Hello again, we're back. Episode 9. This episode will deal with the dual and triple duty wedges that were part of Wilson's 4-wedge lineup during the Dynapowered years. I have in my collection, I'll call it, a copy of each of the 4 from 1964. I think it's the only year where I have all 4. And so I'll use that for illustration purposes. It's as good as any. Here is the so-called triple duty wedge. You can see it's 53 degrees. It looks like the sand wedge a lot, except it has a recessed leading edge. Hey, it's Back to the Future. You've seen that Bob Vokey is doing a lot of recessed leading edges. He flattens them out a bit more and also deeper. But this one, there's nothing new under the sun. This had that recessed leading edge, and it's well worth knowing about because it's an absolutely great club, deadly, from a good lie in the fairway from about 30 to 50 yards out. I carry one in my bag. There's room in my bag for a triple duty wedge, and it looks on the back pad, it's got a raised ridge like the 56-57 sand wedge and the Holy Grail sand wedge from 58. You see that ridge that is on the back pad. And then in 59, they eliminated the ridge on the back pad and the sand wedges, never to use it again. But for some reason, the triple duty keeps the wedge. I think what the ridge does is it creates a lower ball flight because it removes weight from the very bottom of the club and places it up higher so that it's behind the ball. Because it's not at the bottom of the club, it doesn't make the ball go as high as a wedge, which has the weight at the bottom. The other, what I'll call companion to the 64 sand wedge, is the 64 dual wedge. This too is 53 degrees. They're both 53, which is basically sand wedge territory. It's got the micro Dynapower written in there, just like the sand wedge. It's got the gold lettering instead of red, which is unusual. Wilson usually used red for the word staff, but in 64, I think it's the only one where they really go to gold. 64 was the only year in this cycle. That is, many of the cycles are 2-year cycles, and later we'll even see a 3-year cycle. This particular model was made for just 1 year, 1964. Heavy club, again, swing weights in the E's, and it's, I think, an apt candidate for your low bounce wedge. Has a cambered convex sole. That is, it's not flat, it's not level, it's more curved, but there's not much bounce there. And maybe some of you like it. I don't carry a dual wedge. I carry a sand wedge, and both low bounce and high bounce, and because I like the triple duty so much from the fairway, from good lies where I'm not out of position, maybe a par 5 and I'm 40 yards short, and so that's more of a in position club for me anyway. But again, it's heavy, and I love heavy. I can calibrate my backswing to the distance. It helps me with the half swing, the 3/4 swing. I don't know if you've ever read Dave Pelz's books on the short game, great books, read them a number of years ago. He talks about having a 9 o'clock backswing and a 10 o'clock backswing, and it's all about how far you take it back. And these heavy wedges, I think, give you more control for reasons I have explained. The I've also got a 59 triple duty with an E2 swing weight, and the 64. I'm trying to see on my notes here what the 64 is. I guess I don't remember at this time, but it would be in the E's. Now, I don't think Wilson made any Dynapower branded dual wedges after 67. The dual wedge went over to the generic Wilson line, a little bit lower in the constellation, that didn't have the drill through. So there's your summary of these two complementary 53-degree wedges with the strange names that you probably are bewildered by until now, and they can be useful to use as your low bounce wedge in your bag. So with that, I'm going to move on, and I'll see you next time. Again, if you like this, click on the like symbol, and I'll see you soon.